happy Thursday. So it's the last Thursday in April, and if you're watching the replay, I'm excited that you're here. If there's somebody that you think might benefit from learning about the violet flame and karmic clearing in this Sunday's healing session, please share this with them and give it a like if this is something that you're interested in. I'm super excited to be able to talk about this because this one is one of, let's see, I guess it's the ray of the common era. And if you're here and you're new, say hi, hey, hello, below, and let me know where you're at. So I love connecting and seeing like what part of the world that you're in. This one's a really, really exciting one. And so Saint Germain's already here along with his counterpart and Zadkiel and Amethyst, and they are here. Hey, Amy. And it's interesting, Amy, that your avatar image that you're using on YouTube is violet, because that's the color that's the ray of light that we're working with, is that 7th ray of light will be coming in for Sunday's healing session. If there's any other, in fact, this one is, it's so instrumental that I almost want to do it at least once a month. Once a week feels like too much, but this is something in one form or another. I'm using the violet flame every single day, so it's that transformational in your life. So I'm just wanting to say hi real quick and allow some people to come hang out and get the notification that we are live, because talking about this one is one of the it's one of the more important rays of light, especially of our time. And so we've just moved from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius's ray of light that is ruling it is because each zodiac sign has a ray of light that's assisting it, along with like ascended masters and angels that are assigned. Now it's to the group collective of those that have chosen like Aquarius for a sun sign, but I'll get into that in another video. However, for all of humanity, we have a lot of access to the violet flame more than ever before, ever since 2014. So about the violet flame, it is the 7th ray of light. It is the perfect balance of the 1st and 3rd rays of light. So the 1st is blue, represents Father God, divine will, balance. I mean, a lot of them have to do with balance, but it's cobalt blue and light blue, has archangels Michael and Faith and Almoria. Then we have pink. Pink is the Mother God ray. So people are like, oh my gosh, boys are blue and girls are pink. Yeah, that goes all the way back to creation. I've got huge tones in my ears right now. It goes all the way back to creation. So this isn't a gender specific thing, but that's just the rays of light that represent each. So when you've seen boys wearing blue and girls wearing pink, it's because intuitively somebody's remembering that the ray of light that represents Father God is cobalt blue, and the one that represents Mother God is light pink. Just the facts. That's just the way it is. And it doesn't, you know, that's when we get into gender specifics in terms of who has to wear pink or only boys can wear blue, and that kind of, that's garbage. Everybody has access to these rays. So the pink one is Mother God. This is unconditional love. This is, well, it's all the kinds of love. Romantic love, motherly love, sisterly love, brotherly love. Well, brotherly love is more 1st ray of light, but all the feminine forms of love are that one. So when you put them together, they make violet, which is the 7th ray of light. So you've got Father God and Mother God present with this particular ray of light. Also why sometimes when you work with it, it feels a little bit different from just working with Father God or just working with Mother God. So it's just, yeah. So I personally love it a lot. It's funny how there's the number 3, because they're talking to me a lot about the number 7. Number 7, so some of you that are associated with the number 7, yay for you, because yeah, it's kind of a magic number around the 7th ray of light. So yeah, I'm excited you guys are here and able to be here live. Finally, it has stopped raining, so it's amazing. So now there's not a lot of public information about these rays of light. It's spiritual light. We're not talking necessarily about sunlight. We're talking about although sometimes it'll show up in photographs where there is sunlight showing through, but a lot of times you know for sure if it's in a shady area and you've got the rays coming in. So it's pretty amazing stuff. This one's a very transformational ray. It's it's basically, it's just spiritual light. It comes straight from source. For some of you that are new, that's what I work with. This is the original meaning of a light worker, is somebody who works with source energy and the light of source to bring it to the planet for healing and transformation and transmutation. We are the people that have all of the wisdom that's associated with the different rays of light. Okay, that term has sort of been kind of expanded upon for people that work with the light or serve the light, but the original term for light worker is that. In case some of you are curious, that's a, you know, on a different dimensional meaning for what light workers tend to do. So what's interesting is the part of what you can use it for. Now these rays are coming in, okay, so they're letting you know that they are here. They want you to know that they are here. But, sorry, there's some energetic distractions that are happening right now. If you're wondering, like, what's happening here. Because they have a lot of messages and they come through quite strongly. But part of what they want to mention is, so the elementals that are here, these are like the fire elements, the water elements, the air elements, and then the ether elements. These are all ones that have to do, like, they're reacting in large areas for flooding and that sort of thing if there's a tremendous amount of human karma. So like in Southern California, you see the fires because there's the salamanders are reacting. Those are the elementals, the fire elementals reacting to human karma. So something that you can do is you can use the violet flame to go, there's those of us that are trained in how to do it, and it's, you know, it's pretty transformational and also having a lot to do with intention, where you let somebody know, like, hey, we're using the, you know, this particular ray of light to help cleanse, you know, all the elementals of any human karma, because otherwise the land ends up clearing itself through fire or through water. It was like here where we had all this rain, nobody was injured. And I mean, there were a large number of people that were, you know, displaced from their homes and things. But part of the issue was the areas that flooded is where there's been a ton of tourism. And so the island was speaking, you know, to some of the people here, and were stating like, hey, we need to shut down like parts of the island from tourism, and people just weren't willing to do it. And so it washed out all kinds of things and businesses and the entire west side. You can't hike or access certain portions of that. So, and it just so happens that, you know, all the elementals were reacting through tons of rain. There's certain portions of Honolulu that got like up to 50 inches of rain in 48 hours, which this is the wettest place on earth, but that's in a different part of the island that can get like 16 inches in an hour. But that doesn't affect, that's not all areas of the island, if that makes sense. So my point is, part of what you want to do is use these rays of light, particularly like the violet flame, and just say, you know, they have to have our free will choice to be able to go in and like work on our behalf. Because what happens is the seventh ray of light clears karma. It puts things back into balance, and it's very liberating. Several things. There's lots of different things that it's going to clear for you. If you show up Sunday for our healing session, we're going to be able to be doing some world healing is what it's called, and helping with the salamanders and helping with, you know, the undines and the sylphs and all the elementals as well, because there's certain areas of the planet that have a buildup of karma, and so that's why you'll go into that area and it feels heavy. This island's feeling a lot lighter since we've had the huge floods. It's just, I knew it was coming. On that particular day, we had a group session for spiritual cleansing, and they said, do we have permission to do spiritual cleansing and unleash the undines on the island? And I said, yes, do it, because I could feel there were certain areas, they need our permission to do the cleansing, and it's not, I didn't know that they were going to flood certain areas, but they have to have our permission to be able to get in and cleanse. And it was necessary, you know. If you're not listening, there's always somebody that's listening. They're stating so, and it tends to be, I don't know. For those of you that are interested and pick up on certain pieces of land that you go and visit and you notice, oh wow, that's kind of a heavy area, they could really use the violet flame there. You can't force it on another human, but you can use it on yourself every day, and you can use it on the land and the animals and things that don't have access to, like, free will choice, essentially, because what's happening is humans are kind of in control of all of it. So we have it's just important, and particularly now we're seeing in younger generations, it's very important to take responsibility for how we are affecting the earth. So we can use the seventh ray of light for that. If that's something you want to learn how to do, we could possibly do that in a a one-to-one session. I can show you how to use it. There's several different ways, or show up for one of the webinars and I'll teach you a couple different ways, and we can have like a 3-week kind of course on it, because really the thing is you want to use it every single day, because it clears karma, but it won't be just one session to clear karma. You'll have to use it for a period of time. There are certain people that are able to have one session and really like clear out a ton of stuff, but those are people that tend to be a little bit more spiritually aware, that have played out their stuff to the agreed point, and then they're like, okay, we're ready to shift this. I can really change my actions and my thoughts and my beliefs. Because if you're keeping up with the same thoughts and beliefs, like you're having resentment towards somebody and you're expecting a situation to be over, it's not. So it'll do it to a certain degree. There's certain percentages that they give for clearing, but really it's important. So that's why this session, I think they're starting to recommend doing this at least once a month. You guys know that I'm doing you're doing the healing sessions weekly, but if you want to do like a monthly get together for the Violet Flame after this one, and you get to know what it feels like, that'd be awesome. There's no more replays. They're only live, and you will receive it even if you're not able to to be present for it. However, it'd be amazing, because it's the most transformational situations I've ever seen transform when I use these. Like, everything shifts really, really quickly. It's just beautiful. There are karmic clearing healing sessions too, if you need just one-on-one work to focus on you. This is a raid that'll be really revitalizing for you. It'll be invigorating for you. Sometimes you feel it around the head area for people that are a little bit, more sensitive. It is literally divine alchemy in action. So it changes heavier energy and a lighter energy. So, I mean, there isn't really negative or positive energy, but it's something that is uncomfortable can be shifted into something that's comfortable. On a very practical level, it shifts negative energy into positive energy. I know some people don't like those polarities, but that's just, it shifts from something that you don't like into something that you do like. So any kind of struggle or strife, it can shift it into a more loving experience. If I use it a lot of my space clearing, so if there's been an argument in the room, I will come in with the Violet Flame of Transmutation and Karmic Clearing, and it moves the old energy out of the room, any stagnant energy out, and it brings in more love. It's really beautiful stuff. Also, if you're having repetitive thoughts and feelings, and it's stuff that you don't want to feel, and you haven't really figured out how to shift that, this will shift it for you, or at least begin to. And there's some of you that there'll be certain situations where you're like, wow, it only did a percentage. It's because they really want you to play with the Violet Flame for a little bit. So some of you will see it when you work with it. Your entire auric field will turn violet. And yeah, so it's cool. So this Sunday we'll be clearing it for you, for your home. Let's see, hang on. It's funny when phone calls come in and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have that on airplane mode. Or, no, I don't. Because I'm live on here. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. If you see me pointing towards the phone, it's because there's a phone call coming in. This is probably the most transformational platform for healing that we have currently today. By the way, if you've got questions about the Violet Flame and how to use it or what it's like this Sunday, type your comments below or your questions below. I'd be happy to answer those for you. So yeah, some people have like repetitive lessons happening. Some people have repetitive thoughts and that sort of thing. For some people, they're stating it's helpful around boundaries. If you have any physical ailments, sometimes there is a karmic, connection to that. We can clear that. So you can show up Sunday with whatever number of ailments that you have, and it's going to shift it very quickly for you. Also, you can use it for clearing your chakras. So all your chakras will be cleared out. Your mental space will be cleared out. Any like future situations that are something would be uncomfortable will be cleared out. Anything from the past will be cleared out. Anything from your present situation will be cleared out. But again, when they give you that reset, they're going to change some other things around, patterning and things like that. But it'll be up to you, going forward. Okay, am I going to use Violet Flame Decrees? How am I going to use the Violet Flame? So again, you can show up for like a monthly Violet Flame clearing, or I think I'm going to try that. I think that actually sounds fun. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know. I play with some of these ideas when I'm live. These rays come in, and when I'm talking to you guys about this stuff, and they'll start saying, okay, let's do this. But this is the most transformational. It's something, I'm not always the best at describing what it feels like. I can just tell you that it'll change your entire life. So Saint Germain will be there. Zadkiel and Amethyst are the archangels that will be there. The elementals will show up for some clearing. You can do karmic clearing for the family, like ancestral clearing. This is how like the rays of light are different from Reiki. Reiki itself cannot go in and clear karma. Only the 7th ray of light will do that. So if somebody's doing karmic clearing along with Reiki, they're likely working with a ray of light and don't know it, or maybe they do know it along with Reiki. Reiki's 7th dimensional, and yeah, there's that number 7 again. Somebody had tied to the number 7. So, which is a very spiritual number, by the way. That's really interesting. Half of 13. So, yeah. However, for those of you that like the number 7, that number keeps popping up. Wonderful stuff. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions or want to know what it feels like to work with a violet flame? Because part of the situation is we'll meet Sunday. It'll be at 9 a.m. Hawaii time. So it's, there's a time zone converter. You go to my website. It's under weekly group healing sessions, and you sign up there. It's only $22. It's super, super affordable for considering what it is that you're going to be receiving. And yeah, so that's essentially it. They are here, they are present, so they're giving you guys just a little bitty taste of what it feels like. Some people are like, wow, it gives me a little bit of a headache, and that's because they're or it feels like pressure in the head a little bit if you're new to working with it. So because they'll come in and they're clearing all kinds of thoughts and things like that. Because sometimes your thoughts are creating situations in your life. And so they'll come through and they'll clear that out and move those patterns out. So I'm trying to think. But so essentially you have Father, Mother, God present as well. Sometimes they take us on these, and it's a meditative situation, so you'll sit back, it's on the phone, or you can connect by the computer if you'd like. And it doesn't have music presently, but it's super basic, but it's also not super basic. It's simple, but there's a lot being cleared all at the same time. You can come with usually up to about 10 different things that you'd like to clear, because it does affect the human body. Afterwards, you're going to want to drink a lot of water so that you're able to flush stuff out of the cells because it upgrades the DNA in your body. And when the DNA shifts, sometimes it will, create, like, what is the word? They're stating just like toxic debris, but it's just debris that can be, kind of a little bit, it's like a detox. It's a cellular detox in a way, because they're upgrading for new templates and things like that. They bring in a lot, so it's gonna change your life. It's a good time. It's perfect because it's right around the full moon. So anything else that's meant to be cleared out, they'll be doing for you. So thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. I appreciate that. They're stating there'll probably be, there's going to be 7 beings of light that are most likely going to be present. There's that number 7, the magical number. So, I know. It's funny. They're making a joke. They're like, well, they're like, you don't have to show it like this. You could show it like this. Just like, why? But they make, I don't know, they make little jokes. So I appreciate that the thumbs up, because that helps it to be seen by other people that might be interested in coming and being part of this. And I try to keep it, you know, a little bit a lower price point so that you could come and receive more healing, you know. So, but yeah, you're very welcome for the Rays of Light. Everybody has access to them. It's you know, if you want to know the exact details and all the information that's like pretty much available, there is a course for that. If you want to learn how to heal with them, you're more than welcome to do that. And through the healing, I don't bring it through, you know, me personally. I bring it through you, so it strengthens your connection to Source, and your heart line gets aligned, and we work primarily this week with the 7th ray of light. It varies every week, depending on what they tell me to do. Trying to think. And then afterwards, you'll just tend to be in kind of a meditative state, and sometimes you fall asleep, and sometimes you don't. But I guide you through the whole situation. Typically, it'll go for about an hour. And, yeah, somebody's asking, well, why don't you just do it live on video? And I'm just not in a place to be able to do that. I have to have, housing has to be, oh, hair is so funny in the video. But, I need the right, when I have the right physical space for that, which I think is going to be later this year when things like stabilize a little bit. That's when I think it'll probably be. But I don't know, if something comes up sooner than that, then I'm open to that. Until then, it's going to be audio. You can access these phone numbers from anywhere in the world, or if you have an internet connection as well. So, do you guys have any questions about the Rays of Light? Like, do you, because, you know, when you work with something every single day, it's a little bit difficult sometimes, or not knowing how to answer, you know, kinds of questions you guys might have. So I kind of depend on you guys for some of that. But yeah, anyway, I'm grateful for you guys. You get a little taste today of what the Rays of Light feel like. Also, I have the May energy update is about to come out, so pay attention for that. We also have, yes, if you want to donate to the cause of, you know, for Hanalei, get on Instagram and do hashtag We Love Hanalei, and they're going to show you all the different places that you can donate. Again, some of the questions coming through are really in-depth questions about the Rays of Light. So if you really need from the beginning, you're asking, Brandon, what you're asking is for a course. So that course, that information you'll have to go and take a look at. But essentially it is source information that's coming into the form of light, and then it kind of categorizes into different colors. We have certain rays that we have access to on this planet that just increased in 2014 from 3 to 7 to 12, and in some cases there are some of us that have access to 14 or 15 rays, but again, we have to work with those before the rest of humanity is working with them. And where I live in Kauai is where all the Rays of Light enter and exit the planet, so, and also where all the souls for the universe enter here and leave once more. So there was something else that I was going to mention that I don't remember. Oh yeah, we have what being of light is working with you for your zodiac sign. That's also another video I've got coming out, so watch for that between now and the weekend. And again, if you want to sign up, you can go to theresamonroe.com, and the link will be down below in the description box for those that are on the replay. If there's somebody that you know that might be interested, then please go and reach out to them and share this with them and give it a like. So I'm really grateful for you guys, and to get to do these every single week is pretty fantastic. So there's people seeing some pretty fantastic stuff. Oh, Brandon, you're sweet. The video sounds great. It is fun. It's sweet. It's working with the Keepers of the Light deck, and I like that one. I have my own like handmade deck that I use for the different beings of light, because the Keepers of the Light one is missing some of the ones that I work with. So anyway, it's kind of fun. But Awesome, you guys. So we're about 24 minutes in. I hope you have a really, really great day, and finally some sunshine. So it's nice to be able to get out, and some of the waters are polluted here, but people haven't seen the sun much in the past like 4 months. I think there's just been a few days, so people are actually out surfing anyway, and it's been some pretty amazing surf on certain parts of the island. So I'm really enjoying getting to sit in the sun and watch waves. I've wanted to do that my entire life since I was little. I just have watched them on TV and go, this is the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, there's something about the power of the ocean and things, but if you want to know a little bit about me, so awesome. Lots of love you guys. If you end up having questions for the replay, just, you know, for the replay of this, then click below. Awesome. Bye.